Martial arts school owners, Facebook ads are dead. Okay, I'm only joking. They're not. But it's really important that you understand the key steps in terms of how to get someone from a Facebook cold lead, okay, which is completely different to an organic or a referral lead, all the way into a long-lasting member, okay? We're going to break down in this video the key steps, everything from running the targeted dojo social ads using Meta, okay? We're going to show you how to construct the authority funnel that we use for our Azure Marketing Member Magnet system clients. We're going to run through the appointment booking page, how to book appointments, the frequency and cadence in which you need to follow up with these leads, as well as the exact scripts, and most importantly, how to follow up with the leads past it, okay? At the end of the day, martial arts school owners, it's a bit of a myth. Facebook ads only don't work if you don't have the system behind it installed, okay? Ads are really only 20-30% of the big picture here, okay? Yes, it's important to generate the leads if we think about it from top of funnel down, but really the heavy lifting and the grunt work actually comes in the follow-up. It comes in the nurturing. Once that person's booked in for a trial class, how are you actually going to make sure that they then show up? Once they show up, how are you going to have the proper onboarding experience to then make sure that they are enjoying the class? You obviously deliver the good service and class that you do as a great martial art instructor. And at the end of the day, sign them up so that A, you get a new member, and B, you're impacting the lives of your local community, okay? So the first step that we're going to run through today is the targeted social ads. And we're going to reveal the picture and pull back the curtains on everything that works for us, A to Z, working with over 100 plus martial arts school partners, okay? Now, the first step to understand with Facebook ads is you've got to build the like, know, and trust factor, okay? Yes, ads in terms of cartoons, AI, written things, Canva, whatever it is. Yes, they work, right? Okay, we run them all the time. But it's always important that you're leading with a bit of authority, okay? You want to be known as the local celebrity within your area. So a couple key tips that we use for clients is get outside in the gi, in whatever martial art uniform, whether it's boxing gloves, perform some skips out in public, okay? It's going to capture the attention of the lead, okay? So you can see here, we run ads in key areas such as big shopping centers outside. Obviously, you know, Leo here standing outside in a gi, right, is really eye-catching. So if you think about it and you're scrolling past on an ad, it's going to stand out, right? Like you see someone here in a black belt with a gi in the middle of a shopping center in a busy area, right? It stands out. It immediately captures the attention of the lead. You also got to think, right? Because we're targeting local audiences, if you're situated in Florida or something, you don't want to be targeting people over in Los Angeles, for example, okay? You want to be targeting within a 5-mile radius, okay? Now, in terms of the ad copy and things, it's always good to really detail the specific suburb of person that you're targeting, okay? So for example, this is just one style and variation of ad copy that we use. Decatur residents, read this, okay? If I'm a resident in Decatur, I'm reading that, you bet, okay? We're inviting 12 local residents, okay? Be specific with the numbers, okay? It's scarcity, it's urgency, okay? Then you're detailing what you do. Is it Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Taekwondo, Karate, boxing, whatever it may be? And they have a clear offer. In this case, 14 days, unlimited classes for only $49.95. That could be a free trial class. Again, there is a wide spectrum of different offers that you want to do. Then what you're looking for here, okay, is you're looking for something that builds confidence, discipline, focus, okay, where your child has an absolute blast. So what are we targeting here? We're focusing on specific desired situations that our prospect and ideal target audience want to achieve, okay? So think of something confidence, discipline. Is it self-defense? Is it focus? Like within different sub niches, okay, within the martial arts interested people, you have kids, you've got teens, you've got adults. Each people have their own pain. They've got their own problems and they've got their own desires, okay? So for a child, a perfect thing is looking to build confidence, friendship, discipline, focus. And you also got to think, this isn't the child that's reading this is the parent. So if you put yourself in the position of the parent, it's always good to think in the frame of mind of the target audience, okay? I'm by no means a parent yet, but if I was to put myself in the position of a parent, what would I want my kid to achieve with martial arts, okay? You know this better than anyone being a martial art instructor. Looking for confidence, discipline, focus, friendship, self-defense, the list goes on, okay? And this is even more important with the recent Facebook updates where intent-based filtering through the diversity of the ad copy, as well as what we're saying in the scripts, is so important. Facebook algorithms are doing their tracking and things, and they're finding keywords like this and are pushing these types of ads to that specific target audience, okay? Then you're going to go, here's what you will get. So what does the person get when signing up? Well, obviously with the offer being a 14-day unlimited class, or maybe 14 days of unlimited BJJ, safe and structured lessons, okay? You always got to think about this, right? For example, it's very easy to kind of get normalized to the thing of being in martial arts for so long that you forget what it's like when a new person walks in, okay? I remember the first time I went into a martial art class, I was shitting myself, okay? I like to think of myself as a confident guy. I like to think of myself as willing to try new things. I was still really nervous, to be honest with you. Like, you're coming into a environment and a place where it's like, it's a bit naturally intimidating, martial arts, let alone meeting new people and things like that. And without a doubt, the first martial art class that I did, I was welcomed by the owner. I was welcomed by the community. I felt at ease. It felt safe. It felt structured, okay? You know, what are you getting out of the class? A boost in fitness, confidence, listening skills. These are all very important. Now, you wouldn't necessarily say listening skills for an adult, but because this is targeted towards children, that's where the focus comes into play. So you can see how we're merging the two together, okay? Another thing, screen-free activity. These are all just simple ideas here. Feel free to just take this entire thing and put this into your thing. Obviously change, you know, the offer and the thing there. And yeah, we've got everything there. And again, reinforcing, where do they go and find the offer? Well, they come here to click learn more, okay? Click learn more to grab your spot before it fills up, right? So that's kind of how we structure the ads and as well as the ad copy. Super important stuff here. But like I said, ads are only 20% of it or so. This is where you need an authority funnel, okay? This is where you collect people's lead information. So you may have a page here which kind of goes over like what it's about, okay? Again, we're specifying here that It's a, experience our thing with a free trial class, for example. Join today as a member and receive your special joining offer of $159. Okay. Now, we always start with the lowest friction possible. And what I mean by that is there's no point adding a million questions like these here unless there's a point of friction. Okay. So perfect example here with, are you a local resident within a 10-mile radius of Infinite Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? One of the issues that we were having with Infinite Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is that sometimes people were coming that were traveling by. Okay. So one of the mechanisms that we implemented for Jeff at Infinite Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was doing some sort of qualification in terms of the mile radius within it. Okay. So for example, if they said yes, they could then go to the next question, fill in their first name, last name, phone, and email. But if they said no, then they would take into a page where they were then kind of disqualified. Okay. Which would mean, okay, follow us on Instagram or something like that. So that's kind of all that process there. And then the main bit is, of course, collect the name, collect the last name, collect the phone, and collect the email. It is super important we are collecting the phone and the email. The amount of gyms that we speak to where marketing agencies are just messaging leads or they're doing it themselves, okay, that is not a lead, okay? Yes, it is, but like there's no asset behind that lead. You want to be able to have the phone number, to be able to have the email, because then you're able to follow up with the lead, which gets into my next point, okay? The amount of leads that people get, they may get 100 leads, but no one shows up. And I see it time and time and time again. And it pisses me off, to be honest, because I know the value that, if you get a dialed in system, things work, okay? It's predictable, it's on demand. But the issue that I see with so many martial art gyms is they just run a couple basic ads. There's no intent behind the messaging. They just run generic things that they see every other gym do. And the thing is, all these other gyms don't know what they're doing. So they're copying off people that don't know what they're doing. It's like copying off the gym that just got started by a white belt. Would you do that? No, you copy from the experts. You copy from the people that have the black belts in marketing, okay? Take this, copy it, Copy the scripts. Reach out to us if you need any help with it. More than happy to help, okay? Then what you're gonna do, you've generated leads. They've submitted their info. You're going to funnel them to either a website, which has a clear intent of booking in a class. Do not funnel them to your website where it has a 50-page essay about how good you are as a coach. With all due respect, that is not what the website opt-in should be about. It should be a clear call to action, which has a very clear agenda. Book in a class. Book in and claim your kid's class here. Offer ends here. Scarcity, okay? Then we've got times that they can choose. So if I'm an adult, I'm coming in here, I'm selecting the time and they can book it in, okay? Only 7 spots available here. Location, so everyone's aware, right? It's very clear, low friction, okay? Never add unnecessary friction. Same thing here. We do not add questions unless it's deemed necessary because you don't know. Otherwise, you're just constricting yourself, right? You need to be open to the market and then make adjustments from there, okay? Then once someone books in, what they're then going to do is get redirected once booked in to a thank you page like this. This is where you want them to add the class to their Google Calendar, so they've got it in their notifications for Google or whatever calendar software they have. And as well, watch a pre-class video, okay? A bit of a welcome. See what you can expect, how to prepare, and the benefits you will gain, okay? Then it kind of gives a bit of a rundown about yourself. So if you're interested in the exact script to use for this video, please DM us on Instagram or comment below this YouTube video, wherever you're watching this video, and we'll send you the exact script, okay? So once they've kind of booked in an appointment, you're then obviously confirming, okay? And this is where you need to follow up with the lead and call them up to confirm their booked class, okay? So 24 hours and 3 hours before, you need to be calling that person up to confirm that they're booked, ask if they have any questions and make sure they show up, okay? And this is again where we've got systems in place with our martial art gyms where like we're then following up the lead after the class. How was your experience of the trial class on a scale of 1 to 10? What did you like or dislike about your experience? Is there anything keeping you from signing up? So this is post-class as well, okay? We're always gathering feedback, right? Now, you're probably wondering, well, Sam, that sounds great. I've already got a landing page, things like that. Please take some notes about the simplicity of this approach. But the biggest killer is that the thing is, at least 80% of leads don't book in. They just don't book in from a landing page, okay? You got to think, people submit their information on Facebook or whatever, and then they're going off for the rest of the day. They've got kids over here, little Johnny's screaming. They've got to get back to work. People are lazy. They don't have the time to flick through and start booking things in. Oh, I'll do it later, okay? I'm guilty of it myself. The amount of times I book something, I'm like, oh, I'll fill that in later. I'll do that form later. And you never end up getting around to it. This is where you need a black belt sales team. Okay. That's what we do at Zero Marketing with the member magnet system. Okay. It's how we guarantee our clients a minimum of 20 to 30 people a month. So if you are interested in a system like that, comment below, click the link in the bio, and you can fill out, a quick opt-in thing, and we'll be in contact to see if, we have availability with your area. But nonetheless, what you can do yourself, right, is you want to have a contact system. So generate the leads, sales funnel, lead follow-up, book consultation. So again, 80 to 95% of leads don't book. And there's a 100% decrease from contacting lead within less than 5 minutes to over 30 plus minutes. That's where with our black belt sales team, we're following up within under 5 minutes, twice a day, 7 days a week, okay? Consistent follow-up, okay? Then obviously with that follow-up and with that follow-up process, you're then booking the leads and you're having that conversation over the phone. Then of course, going back to the appointment reminders, the consultation, which is like a trial, and then you're selling them on a high ticket package, a membership, things like that, or week to week, whatever your formatting is there, okay? But it's important that we're following up. Like, hey, thought I'd check up to see if you were able to book in your first class. Let me know if you have any questions. Was there anything in particular that you're hoping martial arts could help you with? Okay. And our core team here have the exact scripts and everything going through. We're asking open-ended qualification questions. What got you interested in trying out martial arts? Have you done martial arts before? Okay. So these are the entire process. And then of course, track all the stats, because at the end of the day, if you're not tracking anything, what are you measuring? All right. You're measuring nothing. It's like, there's no point. You're kind of like driving in the dark with no headlights on. Okay. Put the headlights on, track the stats, because that way you're able to turn it into a feedback loop where you can figure out what's working well, figure out what leads came from what ads, repeat the process and repeat successful actions. So to sum this up, are Facebook ads dead? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What is dead, okay? And the reason that people don't see success with Facebook ads is because they don't have these steps here, okay? They may have the first step here of Facebook ads, but again, please take notes. Like, are you doing scripted video ads, okay? Are you doing copy that's intent-based? Are you doing creative diversity? Are you just using one type of ad and hoping it, skyrockets to the moon? That's not how things work. You need to constantly be on top of things, changing creative styles, editing different videos, different photos, different formats, leveraging the data that you collect here, and then feeding it back into here, okay? Are you doing the landing page and qualification questions, okay? Are you collecting the leads information? Are you collecting the phone number, the email? Are you redirecting them to a low friction landing page or a website or an opt-in page where they can book in their class right away? Are you then sending out automated messages to confirm the class time, okay? Sending them to a thank you video so that they can show up to the class correct? Are you following up with the lead if they don't book in within less than 5 minutes, twice a day, 7 days a week? There is a million things that go into what classifies as a successful Facebook ad. You can see, like I said at the start of this video, 20%, 20% is Facebook ads. Step 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's not Facebook ads. Facebook ads allow you to have a predictable, on-demand member acquisition system. Unlike referrals, unlike Google and other things and SEO and all that stuff, that works excellent, okay? We use it all the time, okay? We use it for our own marketing agency. We use it for our clients as well. But the thing with Facebook ads is, if for every dollar that you were to put into a system, you could get $5 out predictably, would you do it? 100%. You'd be pulling that lever every day of the week. That is what Facebook ads allow. And that is why schools that are not following this system in 2026 and beyond are experiencing why Facebook ads are dead. So, like I said, if you're interested in getting this whole system done for you, okay, this whole member magnet system, either comment below, click the link in the bio, and we'll have a chat with our lead marketing strategist, and he can run you through this exact system and see if it'll be a fit for your business, okay? Unfortunately, I only do work with one school per area. So if we are working or if we don't respond, that probably means that we're working with a school within your area. But nonetheless, we're always happy to help out. So if you've got any questions, any things, or if you want some different content around this stuff, please comment below. Tell us what you found helpful within this video. Otherwise, all the best. Let's go get after it in 2026.